Good evening. Welcome to the Spiritual Speakeasy. I'm Julie, the spiritual bartender. Tonight's guest is Kelsi Davies. She is an actress, a musician, a paranormal investigator, has a great doll named Lola, and she is traveling right now. So she is going to be in the dark in a car riding with us, and I'm going to bring her on board. And I will unmute her so she can talk. There we go. Welcome, Kelsi.
Hi,
How
thank
are
you for
you?
having me. I'm doing good.
Oh, I'm
I'm
so
driving home
excited.
from my mom's birthday dinner.
How old is she? Give her a shout out.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know how old she is. I think this was her 60th birthday actually. So it
Happy
was a good
birthday, Mama.
birthday. Yeah, happy birthday,
Yay.
Mom.
Hi, Barbara. So, what would you like to tell us about yourself? Aside
Yes.
from what I've already said, tell us a little bit about.
Yeah, so my name is Kelsi. I'm an actress, a creator, and I'm also a clairvoyant. So I'm very, very into the spiritual aspect of everything. And I last year achieved enlightenment, went to an enlightened state, and was downloaded a lot of knowledge that I was told to share online, which is why I have my platform. And so that's what I do now is I just share my spiritual experiences. I go to the most haunted places in the world, and I just share other aspects of my life as well.
May I ask, how did you go through that spiritual enlightening?
It was a very intense for me. So first, I had struggled with depression really bad for years. Like I had chronic depression and anxiety for a long, long time, and I feel like I went to a very like dark place. And then I was able to start utilizing plant medicine like mushrooms. And I went to Costa Rica and had a very, very profound experience. I had been doing, different mushroom trips and Deems, Dimitri, I guess I'll call it. I don't know if I'll talk about it on here, but um, experiences with that as well. And then one day, I guess I was ready to my ego and become one with everything. It was the most profound yet terrifying but beautiful experience I've ever had, and it changed my entire life.
It's really amazing for those people out there that have not tried or who have fear of plant-based medicine. At 62, what, 6 months, 8 months ago, I think I had my first spiritual ceremony, and I was terrified. I've always been terrified of things like that because I was a mental health nurse. I saw people do things and not come back from the things they did. And of
Right.
course, there's underlying psychosis, and there's a lot of other things involved with that, not just mushrooms.
Yes.
But when I underwent that, that was probably the most beautiful, terrifying, enlightening, wondrous moment that brought so many things together that I had never connected the dots on.
Yes. Yeah. It helps you really like dive deep into your subconscious and things that you don't even realize are still affecting you or impacting you. And it kind of just rips your whole entire world or your perception of reality right from under you. And then you have this whole new perspective of like everything you think you knew is completely just gone.
And you will purge it one way or the other. I
Yes.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's not just an emotional purge, it is a flat out purge.
Oh, yeah. I think I was vomiting for like, it was kind of like morning sickness. Every morning I would wake up and like vomit. and it was me purging out a lot of things I was holding on to, because I also had like PTSD from things, and a lot of trauma that was really stored in my body and my subconscious that I wasn't able to figure out how to let it go without having these profound experiences. It was like a lifetime of therapy. And then as I was purging, I remember
Yes.
seeing all these little like demon looking things. They weren't like scary, but it looked like just stereotypical little demon faces in my vomit. And so I realized, I was like, oh my God, I'm vomiting out all this negativity, this dark energy that I was holding on to. This is crazy, you know? So I was like, wow, this is really helping me, and this is really doing something for me.
Yeah. And to be able to see that, that's the crazy
Yes.
part, to be able to
Yeah.
actually see that happen is,
Yes. I'm about to be in my apartment. Sorry.
that's okay. No, that's cool.
We're going on a
Yeah, for
journey,
me,
guys.
it's cool. We get to see the entryway. When I had my experience, it was much like that, only I didn't vomit. It came out the other end. And at the same time, the toilet was talking to me, telling me to go on down the hole with it, which I, assumed afterwards
Whoa.
was follow your demons. Let's go the path, like let's follow that negative energy. And then I
Right.
disintegrated and had to come back, and it was a whole thing going through the muck on the floor, but there was no muck on the floor, and getting caught in the sticky and the swamp, and it was a whole thing. But when I came back to the light, all of that was gone. So that was, to me, that was tremendous. Like
Yeah.
you said, and kind of like oil, globby, little smoky faces that were like ghastly, but at the same time, it was like part of me. It had become so part of me.
Yes, yeah. It's like everything, even all the negativity, like I understood everything just is what it is. And it's not necessarily something to fear, but it's not something you want to feed, you know?
Right. Well, and I always have that little meme, where the little girl's sitting smoking a cigarette on the doorstep with her big fuzzy demon. Oop, I think we lost her. She froze. Kelsi, come back.
Sorry.
Yep, you're switching over.
Okay. I'm getting the elevator apartment. Like,
We will wait. She's entering her apartment right now. Baby, can you tell her that? Oh, okay. People are finding us. Hi, Damien. I was gonna say I've only got 2 viewers on. I've got 5 people now. Good. Okay. Coming in the walkway as Kelsi takes her journey into her apartment.
and I was in the elevator. I was like, oh
Yeah,
no.
there's no service in the
But I'm
elevator.
in.
Hi, Brian. We're just so excited guests right now. Welcome. Get yourself settled in. That's fine. For the viewers that are here
Thank
and
you.
on, I wanted to let you know that yes, this is my haunted doll behind me. Um, she is. I'm on an count. That was like number 6. Got to quit saying. She is sitting in blessed salt. She has 2 rosaries. She's loaded with the Lord's Prayer. She has an iron spike. She has a blessed cross, and we have a Saint Benedict's medal as well sitting on the table. I'm running frankincense. That was me, maybe. Was that me? I don't know if that was me. Running frankincense and myrrh resin. She's been sprayed, and I have Chris in the room monitoring the conversation. And we have rope lights and a millimeter. And what else do we have? That's it.
You're going to run the necromancer.
Yeah, I'm going to run the necromancer as well. So Kelsi has a doll named Lola. It is a very high vibrational doll. She's getting Lola right now and another doll. And
yeah, this is Liz.
oh, Liz. Oh, look at Liz. So that's what we're doing. So for the people that are concerned, please don't be concerned. We are in a very safe environment. I have a blessed metal. I am wearing crystals and grounding stones, and prayers have been said. My corners have been called in. Everything has been taken care of. So with that being said, we are up and running, and Kelsi's out of the car. Not dolls. No.
We're home.
It's okay, Brian. It's okay. Hey, Greg. Greg says hi.
Hi, Greg.
Julie, Chris, and Kelsi.
Hi.
So we were just talking about, for those that just tuned in, we were talking about spiritual journeys and mushrooms and DMT or anything else that can be used to enhance spiritual awakenings, and PTSD, not enhance the PTSD, actually work with the PTSD and remove the trauma. Whoop. Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay. So that's where we were at. And Kelsi was talking about purging little evil things, and I was talking about the other end, little evil things. And that's where we ended this conversation.
Yeah, little evil things.
Well, you know, the Japanese believe that and I think we talked about that. They believe that by thought, word, and deed, we create our own negative entities and negative energy.
Yes, yeah. I definitely believe that, like I think we have a choice every single day whether to live in that, negative state of being or in that more higher vibrational state. We always have a choice, and it takes a lot of deep healing and shadow work to rid of all the negativity, but everyone has the light and the dark within them. It's which one you choose to feed every single day.
That's true. That is true. And I think with trauma, a lot of times that trauma grows, and it starts out, I'm never going to minimize it by saying it's nothing, but it may have started out a smaller event than what 20 years later we've made it out to be.
Yeah.
And if we haven't taken care of it within that 20 years, it becomes quite the monster.
Yeah, and I feel like it can manifest physically, which is what I was talking about with my friend too. It can manifest into physical pain, or even like, I don't know, I was even talking to her and I was like, maybe it could manifest into like cancerous cells, or it can
Yes.
manifest in different ways and forms in your body, if you don't take care of it.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. And they've proven that with different organs, with yoga and Reiki both. They have proven that different organs hold different, anger, anxiety, depression, the inability to speak, to sit, that just flashed. Did you see the light up next to me?
Yeah.
Everything just lit. It just lit. I said anger and depression, and I said anxiety, and the whole thing, and the inability to speak. And I think I said speak, and all my rope lights went off. And that's not. Yeah, it just did it again. Are you not able to speak because I've bound you, or because because of something? We'll get some stuff running in a minute. Do you want to put necromancer on? So clearly she wants to speak.
Yeah.
She was quite talkative. She has a very interesting story. We're not sure. That was him. We're not sure how much of her story is actually real, or how much of that is what she wants us to believe. We've not decided that. Greg is saying hi to everybody. Hi, Carol. Carol says hi to everybody. Everybody giving us a shout out now. They found their way over to the page. I don't know what happened. It opened up weird. The whole thing getting on was weird.
Yeah.
So different streaming, and they keep running updates, and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So do your dolls want to say hi?
Oh yeah. So we have Lola. She's this one with the blue dress. She's actually not bound to this doll anymore. It was interesting because after I went up in my vibration, so did she, which is very, very interesting. So she's at this higher vibration now, and I think she's really moved on to that blissful state. She's still around, but she's way, way like at this beautiful state of being. And then there's Liz back here. I actually, I was trying to get a replica of the Annabelle doll,
Mhm.
and I got this like vintage doll, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, very similar to the Annabelle one. And so I got her, and I didn't realize it was like haunted. And I kept getting this, I kept getting this image of this older woman with blonde hair, but I live in an apartment complex. So I thought she just was with someone here. So I just ignored it for a while. And then I was doing this video with like my haunted dolls, and I had like a spirit box going, and it goes, "My name is Liz." And that lady popped up in my head again. I was sitting right next to the doll. I was like, no way. I was like, oh my God. And then it goes like blonde hair or something. And I was like, "You're the lady with the blonde hair?" And she was like, "Yes, yes, that's me." So she's older. She's like in her 60s. She actually died from, she had to get a kidney transplant, and she actually died because there was complications with it, and then she wouldn't get another one, or she didn't want to wait for another one, or something happened with that. And she just passed away from, those complications, but she's still here. She had a dog named Piper, I believe, as well, like this little tiny dog she always shows me. And she's pretty calm. She's moved to this doll before, and then I have little Lola plushie toys, and she moved one time on a live stream as well. So she's a little playful, but nothing really negative that I feel with her at
I
all.
remember that one. That was the one that fell off the shelf, that came
Yeah,
down
the
off
little
the
Lola
shelf.
plushie flew off the shelf.
That's funny. That's funny. Hi,
Yeah.
Rebecca. So, what do you find the most satisfying with all of your different gigs?
Like everything I do.
Acting, yeah, acting or doing the spiritual work, the paranormal investigations, and how do you tie
Yeah.
it all in? Is one a hobby and one's the job, or is it all kind of commingled?
Yeah, so the spiritual side of everything, it's just something that basically saved my life. I was in a really low state, and I just wanted to leave Earth. I didn't want to be here. And spiritually, that's what has kept, that's why I'm here. We all have a duty to be here. It's a blessing to be here. And so that's what I learned through it all. And I think that I find fulfillment with everything I do, which is really, really great. Um, and in my brain, it doesn't feel like a job. It just feels like something that I get to do. And I feel so much fulfillment with the spiritual stuff and teaching people and channeling and letting them know all that. But then I get so much fulfillment from acting as well, because I'm also channeling while I'm acting. I'm becoming different characters and channeling different energies. And it's really, really cool. So it kind of goes hand in hand in a way, which is super fascinating.
Damien wants to know if you bind. He says, so you don't bind the dolls there; they are allowed to mix and mingle.
Yeah, I don't bind any of mine. I just kind of let them do what they haven't really caused any issues, or, I think that there's one little doll here that kind of was causing some things, but he's calmed down a bit. I think it's because, we're very powerful as like spiritual beings and light beings. We are very, very powerful. So as soon as you heighten your vibration, it kind of expands to everything around you. That's why even people, like everything's kind of this energy exchange. Even like people, if you're hanging out with the wrong person, a person that has very low vibrations, they're going to bring your vibrations down. And it's kind of the same spiritually, because it's all energy. So me being at this higher vibration and really working on that, it will like kind of block out anything negative that's trying to come in. But as soon as I hit a low vibration, then the negativity will feed on it. So it's kind of a hit or miss with that as well.
I think that's very true. We have to set our vibration high, and I think all of us have those days where it goes down. I mean,
Yeah.
we're human. We're
Yeah, I
affected
mean,
by
it's like waves,
it waxes and wanes,
Yeah.
and like the tide, it comes and
Yes.
goes. And there's certain times where we're more active in the higher vibe, but the higher vibe, yeah, does override. And that's a good question, though, Damien. It is a good question. And I think for those people who just turned on, hi, Rebecca, for people who just turned onto the pod, mine is bound. Hers are not bound. This particular doll is bound, and I'm going to partially unbind it in a little bit, but for right now, while it's sitting here, it is bound.
Yeah.
So, because we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
So,
So interesting.
yeah, I think a lot of people have those. I think a lot of metaphysical workers and paranormal workers have had those encounters with life-changing events and possibly even life-ending events.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
death trauma. And
yes, for sure.
you know, it does trigger something. Did you have any past life experiences or near-death experiences?
Yeah, so it's pretty wild because I've had like experiences. I think that because I almost left Earth, I almost unalived myself, and I chose not to, but that was very mentally just like I was ready to go. And I think that my doing DMT, that's what really, really like made me feel like I thought I was dead pretty much, and even when I did achieve enlightenment, I was like, when am I going to go back to Earth? Am I going to go back to Earth soon? I need to go back. And they were like, you're still here. You haven't left. So they were like reassuring me, they're like, you're alive. And I'm like, am I though? Like I thought I was dead. And then I have like my friend Amy, she's died and come back multiple times. She's had a lot of health issues and health scares, and she has been clinically dead and come back. And everything I experienced during that, she's like, that's exactly what I experienced when I died. So I'm like, I consider that a near death experience, just having that ego death and completely dissolving this self, or Kelsi or whatever, and just becoming one with everything and all that is. But I grew up with a lot of death around me. Like when I was little, I went to more funerals than I ever did weddings. Oh, sorry, I have to let Drew in. I'd locked him out. Sorry. You're not allowed in.
Don't worry about it. Just run off the phone. Yeah, that's fine. You should probably let him in.
Yeah, I let him in.
He
But
shouldn't have to stay outside now.
yeah,
He
he
can
has
come in
to sit out. You're a bad boy. You gotta stay out there. But yeah, I think growing up with a lot of death around me, unfortunately, kind of kept me curious and just wanting to understand. And I watched someone very close to us pass really slowly from stomach cancer, and that was also very, very hard to watch, and hard to. I just wanted to understand, like, where did she go? I feel her here, but why isn't, everyone's crying, but she's still here. Like I would be very confused with that feeling.
That's the interesting thing about it. I had as a child, I had premonitions of my father's death, and then my dad died when I was 15, the night after, like the fall after homecoming, and it was really traumatic, and I didn't deal with it well. That was my first big crash. And what was interesting about it was every time I had a super stressful event or had something go on that was going to be life changing, he would always show up. Like
Yeah.
I would see him or he would talk to me, and I couldn't understand. Well, I was also really bitter. I was raised in a church, but not hardcore church. So to me, it was like, well, why did God do this? It became a God thing.
Yeah.
And then, as you get older, you realize that it has nothing to do with the divine or God. It's human illness, human choices, a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
But being a nurse, I sat with a lot of people who passed away. I dealt with a lot of death. I don't do death. I say I don't do death. I cry with the people. I cry with the family. I handle it emotionally very, very hard. But at the same time, I can cross someone over with ease.
Right.
It's completely two separate things for me. As they're dying and I have to leave them, it's very difficult.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the
for
same
sure.
time, it's so beautiful because you're helping that spirit transcend.
Yes, for sure.
And then, speaking to spirits is a whole different thing. I mean, I can see dead people and talk to dead people and do that all the time, but the actual act of death for me is very, very traumatic.
Yeah, and you're also experiencing everyone's emotions around that
Yes.
scenario as well. So it's
Yes.
not only your own emotions you're tapping into,
That makes a big difference as well.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
How do you handle the stress as being like on Instagram and TikTok and the influencing part? Because as we all know, there's been a lot of young influencers that have perished themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's so much different energies like coming at you, and it's about really like setting your boundaries and not I've learned not to overshare on the internet. I've learned a lot, and who to trust and who's just there for their own benefit and to gain clout off of you or to
Mhm.
get things from you. You learn that a lot because a lot of people, they're just after the ego driven things like the money or the fame or whatever it is, and they're just so ego driven that they will push everyone aside and push their sense of self aside just so that they can get to that thing. And I think understanding like that's not what's going to fulfill you in the long run has
No.
helped me just stay relatively humble or relatively grounded, I should say, in this uh like just having everything blow up. Like, yes, it's great and it's really rewarding and amazing to see that, I've built this whole community and, we've built this whole community of people that are into the same things, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot. And even like moderating comments too, some creators choose not to moderate or interact in their comment section, and that allows a lot of negative energy to manifest and feed itself. And
Sure it
that's going to be
does.
that's going to be your community. That's going to be your audience. But I'm like, as the creator and as the person that is building this community, I feel very strongly that since it's all energy, like if I see someone in the comments saying really horrible things or bullying someone, I'm going to go get out of my way just to block them and just to make sure that they don't come back and they don't leave negative comments, or I'll interact with them and say, "Hey, this isn't what we do here." So, I think that too has really helped me just moderate a good community because I don't want to go online and just read really nasty things all day about me. No one does. Well, it's not fun. And
No,
that does
and
come with
keyboard
it.
warriors are terrible. Keyboard
Yeah.
warriors have gotten, I really think, that was the one thing about COVID. Well, there's several things about COVID. People forgot how to drive. People forgot a lot of things, manners.
Yeah.
But I think too that people are constantly, the people who stay home now, they're bolder because nobody sees them in person.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can bully, you can threaten, you can do things uh and get by with it. And I monitor my comments as well, and have people that are constantly watching as well, because it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Brian says mom's basement trolls.
Yeah.
That's a cute way to put it. Greg says opening and closing prayers for protection for the viewers as well during the show. Yes, thank you, Greg. I did that before. You missed that part when you came on. I call in corners and do all kinds of prayer in my room before I move anything or before I do any of that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love trolls. Trolls are okay, but basement trolls are like the worst. They just
Not the
like
basement
happily.
trolls.
The basement trolls. Ooh, that's a whole different breed of trolls right
I
there.
know. Ugh, we don't want
Mom,
them.
now I don't know about mom's basement trolls, but basement trolls. I don't think my mom had basement trolls. I'm not sure.
I
I'm not
know.
sure. Does anybody have any questions while we're here rambling on about spirits and
All that
everything?
is. Yeah,
All
like
what
literally
it is.
everything. There's so much to it, and it's wild. There's one thing that I just saw, and someone posted like a scientific study on what's it, photons or something. I think it's photons. What like photons look like, and they look like eyes. And that's something that I see constantly is like eyes. Just people are
Isn't
like, "What do
that
you mean?"
weird?
Yeah, it's so weird. And I'm like, why are there eyeballs everywhere? But like, they're like through the environment, and the angels that I've seen are all these eyeballs with wings, and they're just like
Mhm.
eyes. And I'm like, they're not blinking, they're not creepy, they're loving, but they're eyes. And I thought that study was very interesting. And they were like, maybe we're just the universe observing itself, and maybe that's the way it is. Because I always wondered why we have two eyes. Why, you know what I mean? Like, there's so
Mhm.
many things about it. And I used to draw eyeballs in all of my artwork ever since I was a little girl. I would have eyes everywhere. And so
Well,
I
and look
think,
at the Egyptians, the
yes,
eyes in the hands and
yes.
Ra with the eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
the old adage, the eyes are the windows of the soul.
Yeah, right.
And
So
so,
it's,
when
it
you
makes
think about it,
sense.
yeah, it does. Damien wants to know how long it takes the spirits to accept a new house guest doll.
Hmm. I mean, I guess it depends on, how their energy kind of works with each other. If they're like opposite, then it's going to kind of take a little bit for them to find this rhythm. Uh, I mean, time also doesn't exist, so it's very hard to say what their perception of time is versus ours. For like Liz and Lola, I think they kind of, I don't think they're like best friends or anything, but I think they just kind of accepted each other. Liz had to knock a few things down, but Lola did that at first as well. So I'm thinking that's more of like
Mhm.
a, hey, I'm here, pay attention to me vibe rather than something negative.
Sure,
So,
sure. Or
yeah.
even what in this new atmosphere, what can I manipulate and what can't I manipulate?
Yeah, like what can I get away
Because
with here?
yeah, and there's different things. Like if you come from a antique store where everything's big and bulky and heavy, that may be harder to move than, wait a minute, she's got some stuff here that maybe I can just kind of like vibrate
Right,
and knock it over, and then that shows an interaction of some kind,
right. Yeah,
as opposed to bigger, bulkier stuff. And again, like you said, spirits are kind of ornery. What can I
yeah,
get by with? And what are my
right.
boundaries in this new place?
Yeah.
Um, let's see. We got more. We got lots of questions here. Brian wants to know, do you believe the veil will be lifted soon?
That the veil will be lifted?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Sorry, can you bring me my charger real quick? Yes. Thank you. The veil. I think it's, I don't know. I have a lot of theories on the veil, and I think it's each own individual person. I don't think it's just the veil itself. I think it's the person, if they're, because when you're at different frequencies all the time, it's like you're more in tune, or you're more susceptible or capable of seeing through the veil as your own person. But then as a collective consciousness too, there's moments where the collective is more in tune. So it's like, I just have theories, I don't know, but I'm like, is it the veil, or is it just us as a collective consciousness tapping into this higher frequency altogether? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And I see it that way too. I think it's individuals tapping into and crossing over different frequency paths and
Yeah.
different dimensions at the same time. I don't think that there's like what do I want to say? A visual veil that everybody's going to see lifted like the curtain
Yeah, I
in
think
the
it's like
Wizard of
when
Oz.
you're right,
I,
because I think that would freak people out, and people who aren't at that frequency won't understand. Like, you know what I mean? I think it would be a little bit unbalanced.
right. I think for some people, the veil has completely lifted. I
Yes.
think for other people, it is in the process of being lifted. And then I think there are sleepers that just they're not interested. They don't want to see it. They're not going to see it because that's not what they want to see. They're not in that frequency.
Right, right.
And if that's where they're
Exactly.
choosing to be in that moment, then that's fine. That's their path as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Greg wants to know, do you have any interest in expanding your doll collection? And if yes, are you bringing any males in?
In my doll collection, I do have a male. I don't know what he is yet. We're still trying to figure him out. I have like this little voodoo looking doll, and he's been a little sus. I don't know what he is.
That's a
Uh
nice word.
yeah, I'm like, are you human? I don't know what you are. He's kind of eh. But I do have Marie. I have another doll over there as well. And then I have Santo. I do have here, I'll bring Santo in. He probably feels left out. He's a little French man that unfortunately unalived himself in Paris in the 1800s. Here, I'll grab him.
He unalived himself. My background changed. I'm not sure who changed it, but it changed.
Oh. So this is Emil. He's my
Hi, Emil.
Santo doll. He's, he's a little sad. It's so funny because I went to this antique shop and I felt something with him. I felt a man with him. I was like, my God, there's something with that doll, But I was like, do I really want to get him? He was like $700. This creepy looking
Emil's
statue.
expensive.
Yeah, I was like, do I need this? I don't think so. So I left, and then I had a dream about him, and I was like, dang, I feel bad.
I gotta go back and get
Yeah,
him.
I was like, I feel so bad. And so I went back there and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get him. So I bring him to the front, and all the employees are like, oh my God, she has Santo. She has Santo, guys. She's getting Santo. They're all whispering to each other. And they were like, so why are you buying him? Do you like collect things? He's a weird thing to buy. And I was like, I think there's a spirit with him. And, I kind of told him what I do. And they were like, yes, yes. They're like, we all have said this. And I was like, well, does anything, paranormal happen? And they were like, yes, he moves. He moves around the shop. And we've all had weird experiences with him and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I was like, that's why I'm buying him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
Did they give you a discount? Did they
yeah,
discount Emil?
I don't remember. Maybe a little bit or something because they were like, ooh. And I think his hand fell off as well. Someone stole his hand, so he was very upset about that.
Oh, that's not good.
I
That's not
know.
good at all.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he looks like he's got his hand in his pocket, so that's cool. He's
I
posing.
know.
He's posing nicely.
Yeah, he has this little.
Wow. He presents nicely. Hi, Joanne.
Yeah, and then we had some subscribers. I'm gonna take his arm off. They made him bracelets. Isn't
Oh,
that
look at
cute?
that. Oh, that's
They were
very
like,
nice.
they handed it to me. They're like, this is for Emil. I was like, that's so sweet. They all made him bracelets. Like, that's so kind.
Oh, that's neat.
They made some for Lola too. It's so cute.
That's nice. It's neat when our viewers and subscribers really get into what we do.
Yeah, it's
Like I
amazing.
like the interaction. I have the same people come on every week with me, and then new people as well. And it's so refreshing and so nice to be able to know that they're going to be on. And then you're kind of like, they didn't show up. Like, are they okay? Are they sick? Are they,
Yeah.
because I'm used to seeing them, and it's like your own little family online.
Yeah, it's so special and it's great because you all share this like same interest that is so beyond us, and everyone's just wanting to understand, and it's just a great way to build a community of people.
And it's a positive community. I mean, you
Yeah.
do get mom's basement trolls every now and then,
Yeah,
but we get them off really quickly. We remove them, and it's a safe place for everybody, which is what we really like.
that's great.
Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
that.
Joanne says, "Hi, Sir Greg. I'm gonna start naming names. Everybody I don't know how yours goes, but on mine, everybody starts saying hi to each other.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
like a whole, hi, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Damien lives in Scotland. It's 3 a.m. He comes on at 3 a.m. to watch my show.
Oh, wow. That's so sweet.
So we have the regulars.
That's great. Yeah, I love it. I love watching because some of my fans, they're dating each other and they like met through, this like community we've built. And there's a lot of people who became best friends through it. And it's just
Oh,
really, really
that's so
cool.
cool. That's
Yeah, it's
very
really
cool.
awesome.
That's awesome. Well, do you want to run? Is there anything else you want to talk about before we go into the dolls?
Um, I don't know, unless
Your platform,
like
anything you want to
there's so
share?
many things, but I
I
don't
know.
know. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything specific popping in my mind right now.
Well, anytime we can run. Do you want to turn necrophonics? What do you use? Do you have an app on your phone, or are you any
Yeah,
particular?
I'm actually on my phone right now. So I can't pull up anything, but I usually use like I like the Ghost Tube VOX. And then the Seer app is really cool. And then Necrophonic and Necrometer are really great.
So I'm running necrophonics in the back. I'm going to let you interpret if you hear anything too. I am going to remove some. My nights are not complete till I get told off. Ha ha ha. But I'm here to see the dolls. So my doll does not have a name. We have asked numerous times what her name is, and she will call me by name. She'll call
Okay.
me out, but she will not tell us her name. So I'm going to put the iron spike. I'm going to leave it on her table. Yeah, I'm going to put it right there. But we're going to remove some of the bindings just so she can speak. So I'm not sure what that was. That was a yo.
Yo.
Yo. So earlier it was funny for those people who just came in, I said something about not being able to speak and my lights went off twice. So we have rope lights, we have a millimeter, we've got necrophonics. So if any of the dolls would like to speak right now on Kelsi's end or my end.
Yeah.
What was that? That was like I can feel.
Yeah, something like that.
Can you take this? Can you guys hear that online? Type 1 if you can hear it, okay. Is there anything that you want to tell us about yourself? Awful.
Yeah, I heard like it was a kid and then awful.
Hi, Jim.
I keep seeing like a stomach with like blood on it for some reason.
Mean spirits. It said being mean spirit. Can you tell us what happened to you?
It's like this white piece of cloth with like blood on it, but it was like an apron looking. There's something like about a chef too. I don't know why this is like coming through. Like a cook or a chef.
Hmm.
Was someone a chef?
We know that there was an abusive male that pulled somebody by the hair. We do know that.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of physical injuries. That sounded like it said what happened. What do you mean?
It's the-
Who's there? He's there or who's there? Were you hurt? Yes. Up, the lights just went off. I don't know if anybody could see that, but the lights went off. Do not do that. That was a mail that came through that said, do not do that.
Hmm.
It's safe for you to speak. So would you like to tell us your story? This is your time to speak in a safe place. We can. Do your dolls want to speak?
Go ahead. Let's see. I keep seeing this man like over and over, and it's being shown to me as like a chef for some reason. So I'm wondering.
Wonder if that's the abuser.
Yeah, I'm like so curious why this is coming through so strong. And I know it doesn't have anything to do with my dolls.
I'm going to switch apps.
Was the man that hurt you, was he some type of cook or chef?
It said cook. As soon as you said that, it said, when you said, is he some type of cook or, and it said cook.
Cook? Did he work somewhere that you would go to a lot?
Did you know the person that hurt you?
I thought I heard Theodora, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It said really, it was, yeah. And it was a
Yeah.
female voice.
Theodora?
Is it is your name Theodora? Confirm. Can you turn the lights on if your name is Theodora? Can you say yes if your name is Theodora? Carol said she heard a yeah.
Yeah.
Theodora, it's nice to meet you. It's
I
nice
don't
to
think I've
finally have
ever
a
met. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I've ever met anyone named Theodora. That's like an older name, I feel like.
That is, I've not met anybody. Yes, it's
Yeah.
me. My spirit talker just said, yes, it's me.
We got her name.
I'm going to turn this up. Go ahead and turn.
Been a long time.
that
It's
one down. Yeah, it's been a long time. So yes, it's you, Theodora. Nice to meet you. Can you tell us the name of the person who? Abigail.
Oh, Abigail.
So maybe a Theodora Abigail?
I don't
Maybe
know.
Abigail Theodora? Yes.
That's interesting.
What did that say? In the stomach. It said in the stomach.
That's what I was seeing earlier was the blood in the stomach.
Is the person that hurt you, were they a family member? Yeah. Do it.
I made that sound.
I made that sound. Woo! I did not knock that over and nothing should have moved. There was an older lady at my church named Theodora. She went by Teddy and would probably have been over 100 years by now. 100. Huh.
Oh, wow.
Did you made that sound, Theodora?
Breaking wheel.
Did he stab you in the stomach?
Were you hurt in the stomach? Hit in the stomach? That was an answer, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
And it did have a weird accent. It was an accented language. Accented.
Knife? Did it say knife?
It sounded like it said knife.
Mm.
So were you stabbed or cut? Is there anything evil attached to you? Was that a little bit?
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like a little bit.
The light's lighting up too.
The light lit up on that one.
Mm. Yeah, I keep seeing like a man stab her in the stomach and like put his hand over her mouth.
And she did talk about that. She talked about being restrained and being visitor. Was it a visitor that did that to you? Was it somebody that visited your parents or visited you? Elder.
Did you say that again?
It said elder.
Did your parents have like I was gonna say a chef or something, but or a cook?
Did somebody hurt you while they were cooking? That sounded like a yes. It said yeah.
Hmm.
Theodora, do you like men?
Children here.
There are children here. X. So we got one box said X and the other said children here. Go away. No, we're not going away. I don't know what that was.
Hmm. I heard Lola.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I thought that said Lola.
Lola.
Hi, Lola. Do you want to talk? Does anybody want to talk?
Lola, can you help her? Can you give her some of your energy? I know you could go over there. She's not bound anymore. She's a free girl.
Would you like to raise your vibration and be helped? This is the first attempt we've made at communicating with her. I've set boundaries, but we don't communicate. Come. Something just said come.
Hmm.
Baby, where's my incense that was sitting here? Oh, it's on the floor. The cat. My cat totaled my table before we did this.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Lola, can you help?
The church.
The church. So I just lit frankincense. I do 3 Kings incense. It's frankincense, myrrh, and benzoin, which is it's the Catholic Church. It's what they use in high church.
Oh,
And I lit
wow.
that and it said the church.
That's wild.
Yes, it is. It is church incense. Do you remember church?
Yeah.
Did it say yeah?
Yeah.
It said yeah. Do you like church?
It's funny. Lola was Catholic.
Carol said she just saw a spirit move over the top of me.
Oh, really?
That I don't know. I lit incense and I don't know whether that was smoke. It could have been smoke from the incense. Just not debunking, just saying possibility.
Yeah.
Do you like church? Was that much or not much? Much? Nope. That was a nope. Greg says he was an altar boy and he hated incense. I
Aw.
always sneezed. It always elicited a huge allergic response, but
Oh, no.
well, any excuse to get out of church at that point, it's just an excuse, I'm sure. Theodora, were you hit in the face? Because I'm having a lot of right jaw pain.
He doesn't like you.
Ooh.
Oh, who
Right.
doesn't like me? Is that the male that's with you? He doesn't like me? That was a damn it. Somebody said damn it.
Damn it. Why is the man so angry? What made him angry?
Angry.
It said angry.
Why are you so angry?
Stop.
Did the man's mom hurt him? Is that why he hurt other people?
Can you hear that ringing? My ear is ringing so bad. Whoa. It said good. So what is your name? To the man who doesn't like me that's here with me, what is your name? I think he just called me the C word.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he likes women in general. I think his
No.
mother hurt him.
You think it was his mother?
I think his mother hurt him.
1700s is what just came across.
Oh
1700.
wow. Did your mom hit you?
Ate shit. That was a female. It said ate shit.
Ate shit.
He said it again.
Yeah, it said it again. It said it twice now. Did your mom not feed you?
Did you eat did you eat shit?
shit? That's right. It said that's right. Were you abused as a child, neglected? Shit.
C.
C is in C, not the letter C. But
Oh, okay.
what is your name? Maybe we can help you. Abby. That was a woman's voice, though.
Hmm.
To the male who does not like me, what is your name?
Why have you come?
Well, you are in my house, and I brought you here to try to help you. That sounded like it said, I hate you.
Wow. He's so angry.
Yeah, very, very angry. Very angry. You're right, Greg. I don't think he likes anybody. I don't think he likes himself.
Well, yeah.
I don't. It said I don't.
Yeah, he's just filled with hatred.
You lie. Lies. You're afraid.
We're just trying to understand you and help you.
Yes, we would like to help at this point in time and give you a voice. Okay, well, I mean, you can say that too.
I died right here.
It said, I died right here.
Did that say cut her open?
Kill her.
Did that make you feel better? Did that fill the void you were trying to fill?
We got Abby again.
Who's Abby? Is that your mom?
Was Abigail your sister? What did that say? She's a something.
Was it your wife?
Was Abigail your wife? That sounded like yes.
Did you hurt her too?
No. Did she hurt you? I did.
Me.
Me. Did she hurt you? She hurt you?
Hurt himself.
Did you hurt yourself? Why are you so angry? Fuck off. Fuck off. Let's try not to be so angry. Let's express ourselves. You're more than welcome to say what you need to say right now. Okay, come. Barbara says Abby for males can be a nickname for Abelard. I'm going to butcher this. Abelardo or Abbott. It's Hebrew origin.
Huh.
Honest.
Honest. Would you like to stay here if you were not bound so much? What can we do to take some of the pain away? Don't lock me up. Did you hear that? It said, don't lock me up.
Would sound bowls help?
Injected.
Injected.
Did you
He's
do
coming.
like, did you do drugs?
That could have been. Were there drugs involved?
Or was he put for lethal injection because he got in trouble?
Did you use drugs or did he use drugs? What was that? Turn me on? It said it turned, it sounded like it said it turned me on.
Wow.
What? It said what? This is the time for you to use your voice. You're not being stifled. So say what you think. We're trying to understand you. We have a whole group of people here that are concerned too.
This is your intervention, sir.
That's a good way to put that. This is a spiritual intervention.
I feel this way because you're mean.
There's another one.
Do we need the angels to come in and help you?
Yes. Nope. That was a yes and a no. Scary. Baby.
Is it scary? What I noticed too is when they're lower vibrational, they're like scared of the light because it's the polar opposite of what they are. So they
Sure.
perceive it as negative in their,
Well, sure. It's something unknown.
Yeah, and it's the polar opposite of what they are. Because like our perception of what the light is is what we are, But like when you're at such a lower vibration, the light is like opposite of what they are, so it's scary to them. It's not good to them,
It has said scary several times.
I
Was
know
there a
the
baby?
angels. The angels look a little scary, but they're they're not. They just want to help you.
Quiet.
Quiet. Was there a
Don't
baby
send them.
involved? Was there a baby involved? Because it said baby twice.
Mm.
Stop.
Were you cheating on your wife and got someone pregnant and stabbed her in the stomach?
Or cut the baby out. They lied. Theodora, did somebody cut you open? Were you pregnant? What was that? Oh, help me? That was a woman. Did you hear that in distress? She said, oh, help me.
Yeah, that was a full sentence.
Katie wants to know where the ghost box is. It's in Katie, the ghost box is not plugged in. I've got all my plugs full with equipment and batteries. Theodora, how can we help you? Carl Carl. Is Carl the name of the person that hurt you? Carl. I'm speaking to Carl right now. Carl, if you're here, can you light up the rope lights or let your presence be known?
I'm sad.
I'm sad. Carl, are you sad? There are two males, Greg. I've wondered because there was multiple abusers that had come through before. Leave.
Don't go back there.
Where do you not want me to go? Or do you not want to go back there? You don't have to go anyplace. You're going to stay here. Does that make you happy that you're staying here?
Yeah.
The light just went off. The rope light went off.
Oh, wow.
Can you confirm? Does that mean that you're happy staying here? I don't know. Some male just said sex. Theodora, are you happy here? You don't have to ever go back to where you came from.
Please move forward.
Can you explain that more? Would you like me to help the sad man? Would the sad, angry man like to be helped? Demon twice.
Do you perceive him as a demon?
That was a no.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is he entrapped by his own demons?
Did his anger make him seem like a demon?
Growl.
Growl. Did he growl, or are you growling at me?
Are you trying to make yourself sound more powerful than you are?
If you're a demon, what is your name? I'm sorry, my cat just went. He's behind the door and he goes.
I heard like 5:30.
Greg, who's being held back? Which one of them is being held back? Theodora, are you free to speak?
Did that say Drew and Drew just walked in?
I thought it said, I couldn't tell.
That said
Amazed.
Drew like walked by me. So fun.
Amaze. The males are being held back.
Hmm.
Well, that's interesting because at one time when we were doing the Estes with her, she had said that she wanted to put, what was it? She wanted to put a pitchfork. Oh no, a shovel. She said she wanted to take a shovel and kill the men and bury them after what they had done.
Oh wow. So she's very like revenge.
There's a lot of anger there too. Concern. What are you concerned about? Pretty. Would you like Lola and Liz to share their energy and help?
Evidence.
Yep, and evidence.
Evidence. Lola can come help you. She's there. But it's you have to make the choice to let go and shed your ego. That means let go of any
Whoa, that was,
anger.
did you hear that? There was a huge growl that came over.
Really.
There's life after death.
There is life after death. You're right. And we'd like that to be happy for you.
There's a lot of light. You can go back to source.
What was that? I don't find it. I don't find. What did that say?
Something
I
like
don't
I'm
find
trying. Yeah, I'm trying to find it or something.
Would you like to accept Lola's help? And have a new friend? Open.
Yeah.
Does that help me? That was a help me.
She's at a high vibration. She can help you. She understands.
Can you open yourself to that high vibration and not be so sad and angry and allow us to help you?
You have to let go.
That goes for the man who's angry as well.
Yeah. You have to let go of all anger. It doesn't matter anymore.
Every time you say that, it growls.
It doesn't
hard.
matter.
Let
You
it
have to
go.
let go. You can find forgiveness, not for the other person, but for yourself.
We're here to help you let go, and Lola's here too. You're right. That's what.
Let yourself feel the love and embrace the love. There's a unlimited amount of it.
That's no good. You're
It's
stubborn.
good.
You're
I know
stubborn.
it's the opposite. It is good. You might feel uncomfortable because you're not used to it, but that doesn't mean it's not good.
I am death.
You're more than that.
I feel like that came from the male.
Yeah. You're more than just death.
Did you hear that? It's coming in.
You might see a bunch of eyeballs. They're not
Eyeballs are
scary.
scary. Eyeballs are scary, but they're not going to hurt you.
They might look funny at first, but they're beautiful.
No, I did not touch anything over there. I moved over here, but I didn't. Did you just set that off?
You see us.
So Necrophonics said, oh, I just moved one of the rosaries, and it said, oh, yeah, and then it said, you see us. We do see you. We hear you. We would like you to be able to have a voice, but also to raise your vibration so you're not so angry. You're right.
Go towards the love, all the peace and the love. You'll be safe.
Did you hear that? It said Julie. It said my name.
Really?
Mhm.
He's here.
Who's here?
I heard it's Harold or something.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what it was. It was like, it's Harold, or
Yeah.
is Harold here? Shh. Can you accept Lola's help now and our help to raise your vibration? Lola.
Lola.
That was clear. Do you want Lola's help? Theodora, would you like Lola's help?
She's over there.
She's over there. Do you see her now?
She might even play an instrument for you. Do you know an instrument? Can you show her, Lola, your instrument?
The rumors are false.
The rumors are false.
Hmm.
Did people say bad things about you?
The rumors don't matter anymore.
No, they don't. I know there's rumors going around that you're completely evil too, but nobody's completely evil. We can raise your vibration.
Let go. Go dance with Lola. She likes to sing. You can have a big old party up there.
Yeah, that would be fun. Oh, the millimeter just beeped.
Recognize.
Recognize. Do you like Lola?
Well, it's very kind.
I do. It just said I do.
You like her accordion?
Have you heard of accordion before? Do you feel happier now? Better? Miss
You can
Katie says,
sit-
I think they like Kelsi's soft, sweet voice.
Aw. You can sit at that vibration for a little bit if you're not ready to go all the way up. You're at a little bit of a higher one. You can sit at that for as long as you need to until you're ready. You can take it step by step.
This is a happy day for you. It's a happy day for the ones who are angry too. What was that?
Kenneth.
Kenneth. Who's Kenneth?
Can
Can you tell me Kenneth? Is that a middle name? If you can tell me the first name.
My legs.
Your legs.
Do you have nice legs?
She has rosary bracelets on her legs binding her.
That's funny.
Is that Katie says, oh, I don't know if I can read that out loud or not. She said that's Katie Stafford's real name, Kenneth.
Oh, really?
Thank you, Lola, for coming over and helping us. What did that say? Something about
Lola.
Yeah, it said something about thank you or something, Lola.
Aw.
You all like Lola, don't you? Not broke. Well, see, today you've made a new friend. It said Lola again.
It's funny.
Lola has made quite the impact tonight.
I know. Go, Lola, go.
Jason.
Is Jason one of the men that's upset? Is he feeling better with Lola as well? Jason, are you angry? Or are you feeling better? I think it feels like things have calmed down. I don't feel the anger that I was feeling before.
Yeah, maybe they're at a little bit of a heightened, just a little bit, taking
Not-
baby steps.
Greg said still the same.
She killed us.
She killed us.
Huh.
Miss Katie, who's making you angry? I do. He is pissing me off. Who's pissing you off, Miss Katie? The lights are going off. They just, are you pissing those guys backed off? Are you pissing Miss Katie off? Why are you pissed at
We're
Miss Katie?
peace.
We're at peace.
That's a big difference.
That is a big difference. Were you trying to piss Miss Katie off? Who is it? Miss Katie's running my podcast. Spirit was violent in flesh. Yes, one of the spirits was violent. The male spirit was extremely violent. Okay, so I'm going to give a 10-second countdown. Lola, thank you so much. First of all, I want to say thank you to Lola for coming over and helping at least raise the vibration for Theodora. And for maybe helping the men that are attached to calm down a little bit and understand that raising vibration is what we do in trying to find some peace.
Mhm.
Please move forward.
Please move forward. Yes, that's what we're asking you to do, is to move forward, and that everything can be let go of when you move to a higher vibration. And it starts with forgiving yourself
Mhm.
and moving on. And we have people that are thanking you guys for speaking tonight, and thanking Lola for helping.
Yeah.
And having a voice and coming forward with that voice and not being afraid. Katie says she broke the StreamYard. She's now in. That's both of your guides helping. We've had StreamYard issues tonight, and we're still going on. That's what we do.
We
That's
figure it
what
out.
we do. Let's thank also spirits. Let's thank Miss Kelsi for helping too, because she was a big part in this.
Thank you.
And Greg and Carol. We're going to start a countdown now, so that if there's any last things you want to say, you can get that in there. We don't want to cut you short, but I'm going to count down. We're going to start with 10 and go backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7.
I don't mean to scare you.
And you have not scared us tonight. We're very appreciative of the fact that you have shared what you've shared with us. And we're grateful for the experience of having been able to speak with you, and to have our viewers also have the chance to speak to spirits, because some of them have not had that chance before.
Yeah.
7, 6, 5. Greg says thank you to all the dolls. 4. And as I close this, I'm going to put some of the bindings back on you for my safety and for the viewer's safety. 3, 2. One. And we thank you again. Good night. Your device is off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the devices are off. That was interesting.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
And Lola came through really good. That's
Yeah,
great.
he always comes in clutch. I
Go, Lola.
know.
Anything else you want to share? This has been a real pleasure. Thank you for doing that with me.
Oh my gosh, yeah, of course. Whoa, I just went sideways.
I'm like, hello.
Well, yay!
My cat does that. Hello.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been a joy, and I want to wish you continued success. And if you ever want to get together and do a ceremony, let's do it. That would be.
Yeah, it's crazy because I've been having dreams of me drinking ayahuasca, and I had another one, and it's like me having a whole journey on ayahuasca in my dream. And then my friend just did a ayahuasca ceremony, and she texts me and she goes, "Mother Aya is calling you." I was like, I know.
Woo, she has called me a couple times, and I have chickened out on that because I'm on blood pressure medicine and I have to come off of like 3 different meds.
Hmm.
Because for people who don't know, with ayahuasca, you can't just take, well, I mean, there are people who party with it, yes.
Yeah.
But you can go into a crisis, a hypertensive crisis, if you're on any meds that have an MAOI base or MAOI inhibitors. So you have to be very, very careful what you take ahead of time. Your system, you go in clean. If you go in clean, then you have a much better chance of doing fine and not spending your whole time with your head in the bucket.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so, but that would be my goal. I started out with the shrooms just to make sure that I could do that. And I still purged, but it wasn't near as bad as it could have been.
Yes, yeah.
I pity anybody who's with me when I do Mother Aya, because yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be probably vomiting.
And I make so much noise. Like, I am not a quiet puker. I can't just lean over a bucket. It's not pretty at all. Like,
Yeah, mine's not very pretty either, but I'm like, I feel, I don't know, I just know intuitively that it needs to happen. She's calling me
yes.
so loud, but I'm like, oh, please go easy on me, mother.
And I don't know where you are based out of and where you go for ceremony, but I go down to Arkansas.
Oh,
So
really?
I have a retreat center in Arkansas that I go to that's fully guided, and they do very, very
Really?
small journeys.
Oh, that's
So,
great.
like, 1 person, 2 person, 4 people, no more than 4 people. And
Yeah, I don't want to be in one with like 20 people. I think that'd be really aggressive.
I don't want to take on anybody else's puking too. And that's the thing, like when you're all connected, you're working through everybody else's vibration as well. And that is a lot of people puking and a lot of purging.
That's a lot of energy.
I don't want to purge for everybody else.
I know. Yeah, me neither. Does not sound fun, but
No, purging for
yeah.
myself doesn't sound fun either. I'll be quite honest.
I know it's never fun. It's very uncomfortable, but
The end result is the blessing that you get, not the
yes,
the process
for sure.
of going through it.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, it's intense. There's no words for it. It's just a lot.
Yeah, Miss Katie says, I'm good. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to go through that. It is a lot. Are there any links you want to share, or anything that you want to say before we sign off?
Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on anything, I have my YouTube, which is Kelsi Davies, and then I have TikTok, Instagram. It's KelsiiDaviess.
There you go. And we thank you so much. I'm going to sign off on this show. Kelsi, if you want to hang around, I'm going to put you in the back room.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much
you,
for sitting here
guys.
with us while we did all of this, and
Yeah.
for not being scared. It was a lot of fun, and I wish you all a good night, and we'll see you all next Sunday. Love to you all, and here we go. Maybe.